Have you ever wondered why you can scroll on your phone for 2 hours without even noticing, but reading just one email feels like an impossible task? Or why you can binge watch an entire season of a show in one night, but you can't seem to focus on a simple work assignment for more than 10 seconds? People might tell you you're lazy, unmotivated, that you just don't have any discipline. But I'm here to tell you the truth. Your lack of focus has absolutely nothing to do with laziness. Your brain is not broken, it's overwhelmed. And today, I'm going to show you the real neuroscience behind why you can't focus and, more importantly, how you can start to fix it, probably a lot faster than you think. Now, to understand why your focus feels so shattered, we need to go back to the beginning. Because the real problem doesn't start with you, it starts with your brain. See, your brain is like a machine that was designed thousands of years ago. A time when life was much slower, more predictable, and way simpler. But the world we live in today? It's the complete opposite. Everything around you is meticulously engineered to fight for a piece of your attention. You've got constant notifications, bright, flashy colors, an endless stream of short videos, and infinite feeds designed to keep you scrolling. It's instant entertainment, available 24/7. Every single swipe, every tap, every like gives your brain a tiny little reward. A microshot of a chemical called dopamine. And here's the crucial part. Your brain loves dopamine. Not because you're weak or because you're lazy, but because evolution literally wired you this way. Your brain is programmed to reward anything that feels good, fast, and easy. And right now, we are living in the biggest dopamine factory in all of human history. So, when you try to sit down to do something that requires deep focus, like reading, studying, or working on a project, your brain basically rejects it. It's not because you don't want to do it. It's because your brain is constantly making a comparison. On one hand, you have the task, which offers a slow, delayed reward. On the other hand, you have your phone, which offers an instant reward. Which one do you think is going to win that battle almost every time? Exactly. It is not you consciously choosing the phone, it's your dopamine system making the choice for you. And once you truly understand this fundamental mismatch between your ancient brain and the hyper-stimulating modern world, everything starts to make sense. Especially when you take a closer look at the chemical that's driving all of this. Dopamine. Let's break down the dopamine loop. It's simple but powerful. You scroll through your phone. You get a tiny dopamine spike. Your brain says, hey, that felt good, let's do it again. So you scroll again. Another spike. And you repeat this over and over. This loop trains your brain to crave constant, rapid stimulation. The more stimulation you get, the less your brain responds to normal, everyday tasks. This is called dopamine desensitization. It means your brain now needs way more stimulation just to feel normal. So when you try to do something like read a book, clean your room, write an email, study, or do any kind of deep work, your brain basically throws a tantrum. It says, this is boring. This is way too slow. Where's my dopamine fix? Your brain hasn't become lazy. It has become overstimulated, and overstimulation is the ultimate focus killer. And here's where things get even more interesting. What often looks like a discipline problem is actually a chemistry problem. This is the part nobody really talks about. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's not that you lack discipline or motivation, and it's definitely not a you're lazy problem. Your brain is simply reacting to an environment it was never built for. Just think about it for a second. Your grandparents didn't have to deal with fast-paced social media, notifications buzzing every minute, infinite entertainment options, games designed to be addictive, or ultra-bright screens feeding them an endless stream of information. They weren't fighting the same battle for focus that we are today. You are not weak, you're overloaded. And there's a massive difference between the two. Your brain is trying to protect you, but it's being tricked by modern technology. And if that wasn't enough, there are 3 habits silently destroying your focus every single day, and you probably haven't even noticed them. Let's talk about it. First up, focus killer number 1, microdopamine hits. These are those tiny habits that don't even feel like distractions, but they are systematically destroying your brain's ability to focus. Things like unlocking your phone just to check something really quick, or switching between apps every minute. Or maybe you're constantly clicking between browser tabs, never staying on one for long. Or checking your messages even when you know nothing new has arrived. Each one of these little actions gives your brain a tiny pulse of dopamine. It's a small reward, a little hit of pleasure. Over time, your brain starts to expect this constant stimulation, craving it every 30 to 90 seconds. When that becomes the norm, settling into deep, sustained focus becomes almost impossible. Your brain is trained for distraction, not concentration. Next, we have focus killer number 2, context switching. You might think you're a master of multitasking, juggling emails, then a quick scroll on TikTok, then back to work, then a YouTube video, then back to work again. But here's the hard truth. Your brain can't actually multitask. It can only switch tasks rapidly. And every single time you switch, your brain loses efficiency. It has to disengage from one task and re-engage with 另一个. This constant stop and start process can destroy up to 40% of your productive energy. Your brain never gets the chance to enter a state of deep focus because it is constantly resetting itself. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a leaky hose. You're working hard, but most of your effort is just wasted. And finally, focus killer number 3, your environment. This one is so simple, yet so powerful. If your phone is next to you, you are already distracted. I don't care if it's face down. I don't care if it's on silent. It doesn't matter if you're not even using it. The mere presence of your phone is enough to hijack your attention. Your brain notices it. Your brain expects it. Your brain waits for it to light up or buzz. Studies have shown that just having your phone in your line of sight can temporarily reduce your effective IQ. Your physical environment directly shapes your mental clarity, probably a lot more than you think. A cluttered desk, a noisy room, a visible phone, these are all signals to your brain that it's okay to be distracted. But here's the part almost nobody knows. The same brain that gets overstimulated and distracted can also be rewired back to clarity. You can reclaim your focus. And the reset begins with just a few simple habits, small changes that create a massive, massive difference. So, how do we start this reset? Here are the 4 steps that will begin to rewire your brain for focus. Step 1 is what I call dopamine control blocks, or DCBs. The concept is simple. Set aside a block of 45 minutes. During this time, your phone is completely out of sight. Put it in another room. All notifications on your computer are turned off. Every unnecessary app and tab is closed. Your mission is to work on one thing and one thing only. At first, this will feel uncomfortable, maybe even boring. That's a good sign. Your brain needs to relearn how to tolerate boredom. It needs to understand that it doesn't need a hit of dopamine every minute. This is how deep focus rewires itself. You're teaching your brain a new, healthier pattern. Step 2 is the 10-second rule. This is your secret weapon against impulsive distractions. Before you instinctively grab your phone to check something, just stop and count to 10, slowly. 1, 2, 3. This tiny pause gives your prefrontal cortex, the logical, decision-making part of your brain, enough time to override that impulsive dopamine-seeking urge. It sounds almost too simple to be effective, but I promise you, it works shockingly well. That 10-second gap is the space where you take back control from your automated habits. Step 3 is the single task method. We talked about how context switching kills productivity. The antidote is single tasking. Pick one task you need to complete, just one. Set a timer for 20 or 45 minutes, whatever feels manageable. During that time, your entire world is that one task. No switching, no checking emails, no opening new tabs. When you do this, your brain enters a state called attention stabilization. This is the sweet spot. This is where real productivity happens, where you get into the flow and your output skyrockets. And finally, step 4, the deep work trigger. You need to create a ritual that your brain associates with focus. It's about training your subconscious. This ritual could be anything, but it must be consistent. For example, you always sit in the same spot to do deep work. You put on a specific pair of headphones. You place a glass of water on your left. You take one deep, deliberate breath, and you lean slightly forward. That's it. Over time, your brain learns, okay, this sequence of actions means it's time to focus now. You no longer need to rely on willpower or motivation. You just need to execute the trigger, and your brain will follow. And once you start applying these steps, something amazing happens. Your brain begins to work with you again, not against you. Your focus hasn't disappeared. It's not lost forever. It's still inside you. It's just buried under layers of noise, stimulation, and digital overload. Let me be clear, you are not lazy. Your brain is not broken. You're simply living in an environment that is expertly designed to hijack your attention for profit. But now you know how it works, and now you know how to escape it. If you want to rebuild your mind, your clarity, and your attention, you're in the right place. This is your brain reset, and this is only the beginning. Because in the next video, you'll learn how your phone is literally rewiring the structure of your brain and, more importantly, how to take back control. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more science-based videos about focus, dopamine, and performance. Thank you for watching. I'll see you there.